AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
They gonna say we missing Shamit next. That's what we going with. It was embarrassing, man. Listen, I'm going right to it, man. I ain't got no intro. That shit pissed me off, man.
Ball suckers. Bad laws, man.
We live?
Big Flea. Never the little one.
Dude's playing like bums, man. Cat is a bitch.
KNICKS REHAB.
KNICKS REHAB, y'all.
Cold ass shit before the trade, man. How you feeling, fellas? Let me stop being rude.
Feeling good. A little frustrated, but I'm here. Feeling good. Happy to see y'all. Peace to the chat. I played golf today. I'm in a good mood.
I ain't trying to hear from him. AllBall, how you feeling, man?
The show started, man.
Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. That's the energy I'm talking about. Big tricks, bum ass Knicks. Lost to the Sixers. 130-119. Chat, I'm sorry. I'm tight right now. That shit got me fucked up. 130-119. 76ers destroyed the Knicks. I don't care what that score says. We would look like bums. Second straight game. Really 3 straight games. I don't want to hear no excuses tonight. Dominic Barlow. Why am I even talking about you? 15 points for Paul George. 6 points, 6 assists, 8 rebounds, 5-11 from the field. He had some step back 3. Insane. Joel Embiid had 26 points. Had Mitchell Robinson in a washing machine. He got one leg. Allen Hahn the whole night was saying, yo, he can't jump. He doesn't want to jump. The fuck are we doing? VJ Edgecombe got him looking like Jordan out there. Nuts. Embiid had a double-double, by the way. How's he grabbing 10 rebounds? 5 assists for him. 26 for VJ Edgecombe. 10 of 16 from the field. 4-9 from 3. He was like 3 of 3 to start the whole game. 36 points for Tyrese Maxey. Bananas. Told you, nobody cannot guard him. Nobody could guard him on the Knicks. The Flash out there, he was going crazy. 36 for him, if I didn't say that. 8 rebounds, 4 assists. Shot amazing, 14 of 22. He just kept hitting 3 after 3. He was a combination of Steph Curry and D Wade out there today. He was crazy. 10 points for Quentin Grimes, the former Knick. They contributed. Looked like a 9-man rotation. Yeah, Bona in there. McCain, he looks like he's a step slow still. He's not fully back. He don't have that speed from last year. They got Jabari Walker out there as well. OG Anunoby started to shoot better. 19 points for him. 6 of 11 from the field. 3 of 5 from 3. 6 rebounds, 6 assists. Got his ass busted on the defensive end. These motherfuckers can't hold shit. 23 points for Karl Anthony Towns. 6 of 16 from the field in his return after he had some sort of flu or whatever it was. 12 free throw attempts. He should have been going harder. He was punking Embiid and everybody. Finally started getting aggressive, like when Draymond told him. 23 and 14 for him. Great numbers, but we needed more points from you. 2 points for Mitchell Robinson. He looked frustrated as hell. He was like checked out. I don't know who Rick Brunson was talking about at halftime when he said people were bitching about not getting the ball. But I'm pretty sure he's one of them. Pretty sure Cat was one of them. Mikal Bridges, 12 points, 5 of 14. He can't hit a fucking 3-pointer above the break. He can't hit one. It's insane. 5 of 14 from the field, 2 of 8 from 3. Jalen Brunson, 31 points, 10 of 11 from the field. That was a struggle, 31. 12 free throw attempts. He finally got the ball to Deuce at the end of the game. Finally ran a play where it's not just one-on-one, and he still drove to the basket instead of giving Cat the ball, who got Embiid on him, on one leg. Did I say that already? 20 points for Deuce McBride. He played amazing, by the way. Deuce played amazing. He's the only guy that really stood out to me, unless you guys can remind me anybody else. Kevin McCullough had some spot minutes. Yabusele. Look, they got how many guys he got?
Deuce should have had 40. Deuce should have had 40.
You play 6 guys off the bench. God, Jordan Clarkson was a no-show. Speaking of 40. What was he at? 5 points in 2 games? Tyler Kolek, another bum ass game. You see the big guards, the athletic guards. He wasn't getting no 40 for you, I'll tell you that much. He's shooting 34% from 3, Kolek. Listen, man. You see the skyscraper there, it's all red. That's all for Philly. They control that game from the second quarter on. It was bad. Really from the first quarter. We just didn't look like we were all put together. 19 was the biggest lead for the 76ers. 9 lead changes, but that was early on. You kept hearing it. The first quarter, second quarter, they kept saying, this is the biggest lead of the game. Reminds me of last game. Another big lead of the game. Reminds me of last game. Then, of course, the Knicks pulled in like 7. They said, oh, is it the shortest lead that the Knicks have to come back from? Bummage. The score, of course, 131-19. Philly beat us down 58-47. We got out-rebounded, outclassed out there, 25-23 assists. 76ers win that battle. 7-9, we got the steals battle. 10-2, we got outblocked badly. 13-16 turnovers. We had 3 more turnovers in the Sixers. And, of course, the field goal percentage, 54% the 76ers shot, 42% for us. 47% from 3 the 76ers shot. We shot 40%. And the Sixers were missing free throws. They shot 65%. You saw Embiid miss free throws. He shoots 80+. And Tyrese Maxey even missed a free throw trying to do us a favor. I don't know what kind of bet he had going on, but it was something. And we shot 84%. So we didn't even, the free throws were good as well. The offense was non-existent again. Points in the paint. Oh. Jesus Christ. 54-32. It's not all Embiid. This is the VJ Edgecombe and Tyrese Maxey show. Combined for 60+ points. 54-32 points in the paint. Philly dominated us. Second chance points. The Knicks had that, 22-11. Fast break points. Philly got that, 20-16. Surprised it wasn't more, but when they got those transition guys, because same thing with the Spurs. Same thing we just saw with Atlanta. They're not as athletic, but them guys are long. They got an advantage over us physically, and Philly just came to play. We saw this. We talked about it yesterday. We talked about it all season. Any team with athletic guards, perimeter players, they coming to get us. All ball. What's your feelings now with this team after this game, and of course where we are in the season?
Very frustrated, very aggravated. I said it yesterday. We having a relapse. We're going right back to the things that got us here. Playing bad basketball, hunting threes. Brunson playing like shit. Brunson is just out there looking flabbergasted. I don't give a fuck about his numbers. Oh, and by the way, first time on KNICKS Rehab, Brunson, strike 1, nigga. Brunson, strike 1, nigga. Everybody is on strike 2. Brunson, strike 1, nigga. Brunson, first in KNICKS Rehab history. Strike 1, nigga. Everybody else is on strike 2. Niggas bumped from no strikes straight to strike 2.
Oh, they skipped strikes.
Mike Brown, strike 2. Pat, back to strike 2. This is what bad basketball looks like. I said it last night on KNICKS Rehab. We can come and lose to the 76ers. But I want to say this. Fuck the offense. We sit up here after every Knicks game and we complain about how bad Cat and Brunson is on defense. Granted, they are horrific. But why aren't we complaining about everybody else being just as fucking bad? Night in and night out, we complain about Brunson and Cat. We had Kendrick Perkins, we had the basketball community. They the bottom at their position. What about everybody else? Now all of a sudden Mitchell Robinson can't guard Embiid. He goes for every pump fake. Where's the great defense from one of the best defenders in the league at the guard position in Deuce? Can't stop jack shit. OG Anunoby. All first team defense what? DPOY candidate what? What are we talking about? If we gonna complain, let's be honest. As a team, we fucking stink on the defensive end. Flea's been saying it for a couple seasons now. I sit and laugh at him when he says that. But these last couple games, Flea's been 100% correct. You can't stop shit. We cannot stop a leak. It's just bad that we let a rookie, who's a great young basketball player, has a lot of promise. He's a fucking rookie. Outplay max guys?
He looks comfortable out there, OG.
You
He
kidding
look
me?
comfortable.
When are we going to start being honest? And this is why I've been saying it. I let my brothers, I let the chat, I let everybody bamboozle me. How long have I been saying OG and Bridges is regular? And listen, man. We love our Knicks. This is the same thing when we had Starks and them guys. We really expected those guys to beat the Michael Jordans of the world.
I'm sorry.
No, Flea, you can laugh.
I'm sorry.
I've been a Knicks fan my whole life. When we was going up against Chicago, we are watching Starks go up against Jordan, and we will sit in the living room and really think we got a shot.
What the fuck were we talking about? We were dead serious too. We was dead serious.
But Flea, we still dead serious. When are we going to be honest? This is why I say when you have an opportunity to get the guy, whoever that may be, you fucking go get him and you worry about it later. Our Knicks fans in the chat, how do y'all feel now? David Smith, Cat played tonight. What I said on the chat, on Knicks Rehab last night, Cat could have played this game tonight in Atlanta, and we still could have lost. Cat played tonight, and I'm not blaming him. I'm blaming everybody. But when are we going to be real as Knicks fans and understand we have to play at a high level every night, whether it's against OKC or whether it's against fucking Charlotte to win a basketball game? How many times are guys going to play? I told you that's my new shit. ABN, average A and B, average nigga basketball. We have a team full of average niggas. That is a whole fact. So for me, Brunson is starting to look, I don't know if he's not healthy. I'm not giving him no excuse, but something looks off. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's something going on in the locker room. I'm saying from a basketball standpoint, I don't care about the 31. It don't look right. He's struggling. He looks off. His shots is low. I don't know what's going on. But, brother, we handed you the keys to the city. And we let a Philly team who all of a sudden, now Paul George got a fountain of youth. Now all of a sudden Embiid is no. So for me, I just like to hear, on the defensive end, I'm going to let Flea cook. I'm very aggravated, but I want everybody to get the same smoke that Cat and Brunson get on the defensive end. Because let's be honest, nobody looks great on the defensive end. Nobody. No, now OG gets some stops, he gets some blocks. He's out there kind of alone, huffing and puffing. So but he looks bad. But I'm just saying, he's where's Bridges at? Come on, man. We allowing Maxey and VJ Edgephone to look unstoppable. And for me, this is my last point. When I seen them run the same play and Paul George hit 2 threes, I said we're going to lose this game. I said because now, where does that happen at? I keep telling y'all, every night we're going to get everyone's best. Every night. People love to play against the Knicks. They love to come to the Garden. I don't know if Mike Brown is not having us ready. I don't know what the hell is going on. But everybody's on strike 2. And the first time in Knicks rehab history, Brunson, strike 1, motherfucker. Yeah. Up here, we gonna keep it real, bro. Love you to death, but you ain't got us looking right. It's a whole fact. I'm not gonna lie. Today, when you was on the bench, the other night, when you was on the bench, the
Last
ball
night.
flowing,
Last night.
transition.
Last night. Yep.
We can go through too many games. We can go through playoffs in the Eastern Conference Finals. I keep saying this, and I know I keep saying this is my last point. If we don't get a coach that's not afraid to coach, what have I always been saying, Flea Fabian? For how long? These coaches are afraid to coach. If the ball is flowing, the ball is moving, we got some momentum going, keep his ass on the bench. But listen, man, tough loss. 3-game losing streak. This is something I've been wanting to avoid all season. I think when you lose 3 games in a row, that is terrible. That is not a sign of great basketball or championship pedigree. That's not even a sign of playoff great basketball pedigree. We are in trouble, y'all. Simple and plain. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Yes, we miss it hard. But the way we're losing and Flea, third quarters. Flea, me and you spoke about it. Flea, you can have the floor. We went in the half down 8. Every third quarter is horrific. Mike Brown, you have to fix this problem because I've been saying it. As much as we starting to like you, Flea, what have I been saying consistently? Your ass will get fired at the end of the season if we're not successful. Listen, and Flea, the floor is yours because I'll take up the whole fucking Knicks rehab. We are in big trouble. We are in big trouble. Simple and plain, on the defensive end, I just want everybody to get the smoke because we acknowledge how bad Cat and Brunson is, and we like go crazy on them. But everybody else deserves that same smoke. We are in big fucking trouble. Barney Rubble, we are in trouble.
I like what you did there, OG.
Flea, I think we talked about this going into this game, just the matchup problem that exists with these athletic teams. And this kid, the rookie kid, VJ Edgecombe, he's amazing. But we just, now it's becoming a trend the last 2 weeks of the season. They're complaining about foul calls. I'll get into that in a second about the foul thing. But what are your feelings now after this game? How does this game make you feel, even with your excellent golf exhibition out here today?
We'll talk about that later. I was trying to lighten the mood up a little bit. Listen, 3-game losing streak. First sign of adversity. I want to start by saying this first. Fabian said maybe about 2 weeks ago, maybe about 3 weeks ago, Philly is going to be a tough matchup for us. And I scoffed over that. We both did. We did not take them serious. We did not think about them as a serious threat. They are becoming to get healthy. Embiid is out there playing. Whether he's 100% or not, he's out there and he's playing and he's producing. Tyrese Maxey might be a top 5 guard in the NBA right now. Right now. If you're talking to somebody in Philly, they might argue he's top 3 right now.
It's no Mike. He is top 5, Flea. He's top 5. It's no Mike. He is. VJ
Edgecombe, for me, is going to get my Rookie of the Year vote. Love you, Cooper Flag. VJ is going to be a pro, like a 10 to 12 year pro, top 10 scorer in the league type guy, perennial all-star. That's the type of player he is. So I want to start by saying I absolutely overlooked this team. And the last 2 times we've seen this team, they are a bad matchup for us. They are a bad fucking matchup. The backcourt is a extremely tough matchup for us. I need to start there. I'm gonna get on us in a second. But this Philly team, I absolutely got to stand here in front of everybody and say, I absolutely overlooked them. We cannot forget that is a championship level coach. It looks like shit is coming together over there. And when the rubber meets the road at the end of the season, they're going to be in the mix, whatever that looks like. I don't know what that looks like, but they're going to be in the mix. as far as the Knicks concerned, man, we don't look like we having fun right now, y'all. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. We do not look like we having fun from start to finish. The basketball does not look like it's popping around. It does not look like it's hopping around. Guys are not touching it. Guys don't look like they're in sync. Guys are not flowing. And it starts from the top down. Like you said, Brunson. Brunson is obviously getting his numbers, right? You jump into the box score and you say, oh, what did Brunson do tonight? Oh, another 30 ball, a regular night. But he doesn't even look like he's having fun. The way his shots, the way he's getting his shots, the way he's attacking, all of that, it does not look like he is having fun out there, and it's trickling down to everybody else, right? And then when you're not having fun on the offensive end, what does that create? Laziness on the defensive end. You are heavy on it just now. Throughout the broadcast, they've been heavy on it, but I've been like this since day one, since the day the season started. When the offense clicks and we figure this thing out, the big issue for us is how are we going to get stops when it matters? And we are not connected defensively. It almost seems like we don't even have the guys to defend at this point. We challenge our best player to be great. It starts with him. When he is off the floor, we look like a completely different defensive team. Completely different. That's not good because we need him down the stretch of games. And when you can continue to get hunted, did y'all see what happened when Maxey got the switch and Brunson was on him? It was like, oh shit, I'm gonna get two or three straight buckets on him. He can't stop me. Nobody could stop him. Right? But when I'm watching, it looked like this guy has nothing for me. And so, yes, Brunson's been bad on the defensive end. I feel like Cat was trying tonight. He honestly was trying tonight. I saw a lot of active hands out there, especially on that run down the stretch of the third quarter. When we went on a run and we started to come back in that game, we started to try to trap Maxey at that hash mark. He was over there, active hands, moving his feet. So I appreciated that from him. But at the end of the day, missed a big rebound at the end of the game. The OG, you jumped in the chat. I saw it, and I threw my glass. I think I broke a glass, keep it real, because I was so pissed off that you allowed Paul George to get that offensive rebound, right? He started to play well. He was attacking the rim. He was forcing Joel Embiid to play some defense. I liked Cat down the stretch, keep it real. He played with some force. He played like he was trying to win the game. But that rebound was big. He missed it. I didn't like that. I thought Deuce was good off the bench. He scored 20 points for us. We needed that punch. But again, late game situations, when you have him, Kolick on the floor, you know, they're missing some key defensive assignments. Guys are getting open threes. A Grimes got an open three. Maxey got an open three. VJ Edgecombe got a block and then was able to run the floor and get a dunk untouched. Untouched. That's unacceptable. You can't get a block and then sprint down the court, not even touched, and get a pass and get an easy dunk at the rim. That's unacceptable. Unacceptable. I'm just extremely disappointed in our defense and our energy the last couple of games. We're 5-5 since that NBA Cup thing, right? We're playing 500 basketball. Fabian spoke about it the other day. We don't look connected since we're smelling ourselves. That's not an NBA championship. I know we was up here saying we won a championship, but let's get back to business. That's the first order of business. Let's get back to business and let's get back on track. So I'm not calling for guys' heads yet. I'm not calling for this needs to change, that needs to change. We need to move this guy. We need to move that guy. But something needs to happen. Guys are not awake. Guys are not playing with a lot of energy. We look stuck in the mud. Our offense is stagnant. Far too many times is the ball not moving, and we're just watching again. I didn't think we would ever get back to that. The way Mike Brown's offense is, we absolutely are getting back to where we're just standing and watching Brunson. Like, we got to get the production from everybody. Like OG has alluded to, the style of that 04 Detroit Pistons team, the style of it. Not who they were, but how they relied on everybody. The sum was bigger than the parts, right? How they relied on everybody is how this team is going to have to come together if we're going to win any kind of championship. And it starts with defense. We stink on defense right now. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. That turnover that turned to get the ball in bounds with Bridges and Brunson. What the fuck was that? What is that? What's that? That's not energy. That's giving up. You used to come into the Garden for the first month and a half, and we used to smoke you. Now people coming in the Garden like, yo, we could get a win. And let's call a spade a spade. The Knicks soft right now. Let's keep it a buck. They're not playing tough. People getting physical with us. People getting up under us. People bringing it to us. They was dancing on the sidelines after the game. The Sixers, they was dancing after this game. We fucking soft right now, y'all. Let's keep it a buck. We soft. Last point, Fabian, and I'll pass it to you, baby. I'm so fucking sick of Mitchell Robinson. You have no idea. Now, I've been on this shit for a very long time. This in and out shit, this unreliable shit. I'm ready for a divorce. I can't rely on you to cook and clean at the crib. I'm rarely getting ass. I gotta do way more with the kids. You're not doing shit. I can't rely on you. And then you go on vacation with your girls every week. What the fuck? What? Why are you around? Go away. I could do this by myself, baby. I could do this by myself. Go away. Go away, baby. I got it. I could hold it down by myself. We'll go find something else. Fuck are we doing now? What are we doing with this guy? And then you come back with no energy. You just lay there, missionary. Bitch, turn over. Throw this shit back. Do something. Be freaky. Do something. You just not doing nothing. 5 fouls. Get the fuck out the game. Go away. Go home, nigga. Go the fuck home. Go on a permanent vacation with your bitches. I'm cool on you at this point. I'm cool. What are we doing? What are we doing, man? I'm sick of him, yo. I'm sick of him. I'm sick of him. Floor is yours, Fabian.
I totally agree with your sexual analogy. It's
the facts, bro. I'm sick of this dude, man. I'm done with him, man.
I felt everything you said about Mitchell Robinson. Felt the same way. I'm okay with trading OG at this point.
Please repeat that.
Yeah.
No, I need to hear that again, please.
Yeah. I'm okay with just.
That's what I'm talking about.
OG Anunoby could get the fuck out of here, man.
That's what I'm talking about.
Mitchell, go take Mitchell Robinson with you. Obviously the Giannis trade is looming.
These niggas up.
Because of what you just said, Flea. Like, so you telling me we're trying to win a championship. Joel Embiid is on the court, who you've been destroying. We can't wait to play Joel Embiid, the Cleveland Cavaliers. We know the exact matchups that we can't. Yeah, y'all coming to town? Or you bringing the big dog? Yeah, we got it. That was embarrassing. 2 fouls in the first quarter. You're starting the game. How much more hype can you get? I know what his trainer saying. AllBall got the connect. He was on it early, and he was saying Mitchell Robinson not getting the ball. He's frustrated with that. And Rick Brunson just repeated the same thing about whoever it was in that locker room today, whether it's Cat or whoever. But the fact that Mitchell Robinson is not excited about starting a game where we're looking forward to a championship. Mike Brown was talking championship before we got smacked by the Spurs. He mentioned it before we got smacked by the Spurs, and that tune has changed. Now we're talking about Shaman and these guys that play defense. That's the guy that when he comes back to the court, we're looking forward to some sort of defensive dominance. And it just wasn't there today for a guy who's not nowhere near himself. He's nowhere near the MVP Embiid, and you couldn't stop him. That was embarrassing. You got into foul trouble with that. If you're not hyped up for a championship season, that's the bottom line. I just seen. I'm going there. I just seen Giannis tell Doc Rivers, "Get the fuck out of here. I'm drawing up a play. We're gonna win." All he's been talking about ever since we said you're about to be a villain. This is very a slippery slope for you. All he's been doing in the media is, listen, man, I don't care what the rumors are. I think take it how you want to take it. Put the ball in my hands, everything changes. That's what happened. Hopefully they get inspired. The way he's playing basketball right now is saying, yo, let's see what y'all do and let's see what I do. I'm not faulting Cat for being himself. That's who he is. That's who he's always been. You saw today it took him to get hyped up with Joel Embiid there. Didn't get the call the first time, landing on the floor, costing us some points damn near. Got the ball back and drove it again, the same exact play, and got the and one finally. Bro, why aren't you doing that all game, every game? You won't because you're Cat. But guess what? You're not excited to go win a championship. You think this shit is an Instagram show. That's what you think this is. And they all do. This guy's in a monster truck. Josh Hart thinks is another one. It's a hair flowing contest. Got his babies on the sideline. Your man thinks he's Bone Thugs out here, Flea. Nah, chill out.
Preach.
We gotta be like, nah. I'm not gonna be more excited. We've been saying this for a month now. You asked me, old boy, yo, you think we win a championship? Nah, you don't play. That's not how you win a championship, playing defense like that. You can't. Dudes ain't playing. Some guys got pride. And when you got the young and dumb crowd coming into the Garden, they don't care about anything you got going on. They want to show you up. Jalen Brunson just looks unmotivated. He's lacking focus. That's what I didn't like about last game with him bitching to the ref, because it was like, bro, where's this coming from? You just told Cat, don't talk to the ref like that. Now you want something's going on with you. Something's going on with you. You losing focus. What's going on with that team? And
hold on. Before you, I just want to let the chat know that's how I broke down the Mitchell Robinson, and it's looking like it's through. I got a thing for Brunson too. Once you let me get and I'm gonna figure, and I just figured out why his body language and why it is what it is. But go ahead, Fabian.
No, I want to hear what it is, because I want to hear not the excuse, but just what do you think? Remember, you were on point about Mitchell Robinson.
Well, Mitchell Robinson today proved that he didn't even care about the game and wanted to be out there. So when Rick Brunson says what he says, it's no coincidence, and you don't have to be a genius to understand. Mitchell Robinson is one of those guys. I've been called it. His body language and the way he played today proved it. Fuck y'all. I don't give a fuck. Jalen Brunson, my opinion, and it will come out one day, whether it's tomorrow or 10 years from now. He don't want to play with y'all bum niggas. Niggas ain't shit. Call it what it is. Carrying you niggas. To be successful and win basketball games, I got to give 30 or 40 pieces. That's free. Let me have my moment. It's not, listen.
I'm not saying nothing. I'm listening.
I said it last season, I think. We have to build this team around Brunson, how Philly built around AI. Now, did they win a championship? No. But when we hear Rick Brunson say guys are mad they not getting the ball, let's break that down. Jalen Brunson. When I give Cat the ball, what the fuck does he do? Does he look stupid and goofy and idiotic? Does he turn the ball over? He begged for the ball and screamed for the ball tonight. Brunson gave it to him, and he turned the ball over. Do we see when OG gets the ball and tries to make a move? Is he on ice skates or rollerblades? Does he slip every time he goes to the basket? Mikal Bridges, do you see when he got the ball? Let's call it what it is. I'm giving you niggas the ball, and you niggas can't do shit with it. How long have we been saying it? We have no ball handlers. And I hate to talk like this because it looks like I'm defending Brunson when he plays bad. But Brunson is out there with his body language because he said to himself, these niggas ain't shit. I saved $100 million. I saved the fucking $100 million. OG got the max. He gave him what for Bridges? He ain't that friend to me like that. Cat gonna want what? And I saved us 100? Give you niggas the ball for what? Nah, man. That's what it is. Let's stop sugarfooting and pussyfooting around this thing. Brunson is that nigga, and he playing with some bums. He playing with average motherfuckers. Yeah, free. I'm calling it what it is. A+ playing with B- and C+ motherfuckers. He carried Tom Thibodeau. I said it. I've been saying it. Thibodeau ain't get fired for them couple seasons because Brunson carried his ass. You know what Brunson is still doing? Carrying Cat, carrying OG, carrying Mikal Bridges. Brunson ain't averaging 30 and 40. But come on, man. Let's cut the jokes. Now, is it right for him to I say he's playing bad purposely, but we can see they look stressed out there. They all look like they don't like each other. They all look like they don't want to be on the floor with each other. Yeah, that's what it's looking like. And we have to all be honest. When Cat has the ball, I cringe. That's just the honest truth. That's the honest truth. When OG has the ball, I'm saying to myself, please don't turn the ball over. When Mikal Bridges got the ball, I'm saying to myself, Lord have mercy. That's the honest truth. And if you're a diehard and real Knicks fan like us and you watch the game, put your bias to the side. If you had a team, would you want the ball in any of those guys' hands besides Brunson? Hell to the fucking no. No. Brunson is fed up with these niggas. You know who's his best friend on the team? His fucking father. So you don't think him and his father is talking? You don't think his father's going, hey, Brunson, these niggas complaining they ain't get the ball. You know what Brunson telling Pops? And them niggas ain't shit. Ask them niggas the ball for what? What? Like I said, he's horrific defensively, but he makes it up on the offensive end. I watched Brunson carry us when everybody was injured. Game 7 in the second round against Indiana. All the players we love that was there. Deuce. God. What they do? Fuck out of here, man. Enough is enough. So for me, listen, we have a problem. It's starting to show. And this is why guys like Pop and Phil Jackson and Pat Riley and Chuck Daly, I don't know about, Steve Kerr, but those guys, to a certain extent, those are the only guys that can fix situations like this because they are great enough coaches. Maybe a Larry Brown, what he did with that Detroit team where they bought in. Put your egos to the side. This is what we going to do. If you ain't with that, we going to ship your bum ass out of here. Mike Brown has a big problem. And if he doesn't fix it, it's going to continue to get worse. Because everybody, y'all know, when sharks see blood in the water, what do? The league right now sees blood in the water with the Knicks. And everybody loves playing against the Knicks and embarrassing the Knicks because they hate Knicks fans. So we don't fix it and get it together, everybody's going to be picking at us. And next thing you know, we'll be the fucking 4th, 5th, or 6th seed. Because Philly ain't going nowhere. Detroit ain't going nowhere. But by the way, Jalen Brown got a chip on his shoulder, and Tatum might be coming back. Oh, and by the way, Atlanta looks good without Trae Young. It's not to say they make a move. They're getting better. Even though I think all them niggas ain't shit, but they've been the thorn in our side for how many years? Because of the style of basketball they play. Okay. Y'all keep acting like AllBall don't know the fucking game. I'm sorry, Flair Fabian. I'm sorry.
The same shit I said during the playoffs when we were going crazy. And I said, Brunson's out there, and he's going against the Pistons, and he's saying, which one of you guys want it? None of y'all want it.
Y'all two niggas are insane.
Listen, I could
y'all
be
two niggas. If that is the case, who the fuck is Jalen Brunson? He the best closer in the game right now. But hold on a second. To be out there and your daddy's on the sidelines and shit like that, who the fuck is Jalen Brunson to be talking about these niggas is bums? Who the fuck are you, bro? Hold on.
You asked who he is. Wait. You asked who he is. You smart enough.
Who the fuck are you to think that you should have that attitude? Hold on. I'm talking about the approach. Hold on. I'm talking about the approach right now.
Because you can say who he is.
If that is the case, who the fuck do you think you are to think that you don't have to bring it on both sides of the basketball to help win a championship? We are talking about winning at the highest level. If you a nigga that just could go score the basketball, thank you. but we are talking about some of the best basketball players in the world. The guys that lead their team to championships demand respect on the defensive end. And it starts with the best player. And if you are not ever going to hold this nigga accountable to do that, then we are never going to win, OG. If you are to the point now, if you are to the point now where you're saying Brunson is out there and I'm dragging around bums,
he is.
If his ego is like that, then that's not the type of nigga that I want leading my team. If his ego is like that for a nigga that really ain't do shit yet, he ain't done shit yet.
Hold on.
He's played good basketball for 3 seasons in New York City. Great job.
You said who Brunson is, right? And you know the game.
Crazy. This is crazy.
You said who Brunson is. Great high school player. A 2-time national champion in college. Been to 2 conference finals. Played his best basketball in the playoffs. For one, I'm not saying Brunson started this, but if niggas is in the locker room complaining about not getting the ball, when I give you niggas the ball, you niggas don't do nothing. And
we're not kids. This is not a kid's game. You're not going to win without getting your others involved. You are not going to win without getting your others involved. You are not going to win without helping your other guys be better. If you that great of a player, you talking about this guy like he's a superstar. Superstar level players elevate niggas next to them. The others, you said Shaq, the others, they elevate niggas next to them. Get the fuck out of here with this Jalen Brunson is playing to get rid of bombs. If you got that attitude, nigga, get the fuck out of here. You kidding me?
Every superstar elevates players next to them.
If you are a superstar level player leading your team to a championship, yes. You elevate niggas next to you. Yes.
Did Luka do that?
I just said a championship level guy. Guys who win championships elevate niggas next to them. I'm not arguing with you about that. Argue with somebody who don't watch it. That's insane for you to think. That's insane.
Said it in the beginning of the chat, and I knew this was going to happen. We always going to hold Brunson accountable for his bad defense, and I agree. But if we know, like Fabian said with Cat, I know what Cat is. So if we knew Jalen Brunson was bad defensively, all right, we're not going to defend that. That's not right. But what about everybody else that's supposed to be at least average defensively? G and Mikal Bridges and Deuce. Where the fuck are they at?
I'm responding to you from the perspective of Jalen Brunson is just out there playing with bums. I'm holding other guys accountable. We just talked about it for 20 minutes earlier. But if that's the perspective that you think that this nigga's on, and he has the cachet to be on, he's not a real leader. Then that's not a real leader. If you out there thinking that who the fuck am I out here with, and I'm chopping shit with my pops, nigga, you lucky you on the sideline. What the fuck have you done to show that you a good assistant coach? You around just to be around, nigga. The Brunson family ain't done shit yet. Like, stop acting like these niggas is the Currys. Who the fuck are these niggas?
Brunson family got us to the conference finals that we ain't been to in how long? Brunson family got
by himself. Not by himself.
Not by himself. But please, we can agree to disagree. But if it ain't by himself, he's 70-80%.
Y'all don't remember the Detroit series? How many big shots Cat hit? How many big games? Like, what are we talking about? Don't remember the Philly series? Like, why are we acting like Jalen Brunson is not a one-man band? And our success is not just because of him. He is a huge part. But as we've built this team out, we are here because of who we are collectively. Like you always say, who we are collectively. But Brunson ain't just by myself out there. I can't roll with that. That's all I'm saying. I can't roll with that.
Philly is not the same team they were last year. Boston is down a man and is still hanging on by a thread. Number 1 team is Detroit. They're not the same team as last year. They had a Duncan Robinson, who I don't know people, they weren't watching Miami games. He got better while being in Miami, could hit a layup for once. Who on this team is holding up their end of the bargain? Aside from Brunson scoring, because that's as of late, scoring-wise, we're looking at him, and we're still holding him accountable to that. Even with him dropping 31, we're still going, we know you're 31, bro. That was garbage. We're still saying that. So to say we're not holding them accountable, forget that part. Throughout the season, we had Mikal Bridges as the most consistent player on the team ahead of Brunson. We didn't say Brunson was the most consistent player. We said Bridges was. That was for a month and a half. Now his time has passed. It's been 3 weeks. He ain't got a free throw. He's got 2 free throws in the last 8 games, whatever it is. Who's holding up their end of the bargain aside from Brunson in terms of what you signed up for? OG did. That's why I said before, OG did not sign up to be a 30-point per game scorer, 10 rebound. No, you better be defending like Kawhi, motherfucker. Bridges ain't nowhere near this defensive player of the year, second candidate, none of that shit. They can't hold nobody at the point of attack. This shit is terrible. And this kind of team exposes that. So when we say, when I think AllBall is going too crazy when he says do the AI shit, because I don't want to see that. You can't do the AI shit in this day and age. You can't. You can't. It ain't that kind of era. But who the fuck is excited to win a championship when we watch this team tonight, the last 2-3 weeks? Who makes you watch the TV and go, I can't wait till we go play OKC? We're playing Detroit on the 5th in a couple nights from now. I'm not excited about that matchup. I'm not excited. And I was 2 weeks ago. Oh, yeah, I can't wait for the 5th. We rolling now. We finally figuring this thing out, but then we regressed. And a part of that is Cat is a cat. He is. Mike Brown is not happy with that dude. I have never heard him really speak glowingly about him like that. He's starting to learn some verticality. He kind of sarcastic about Cat. We're all saying the same shit. And all I'm saying is these other players around the league, we made fun of JJ Redick and the Lakers and all that for having that moment and say we got a meeting. And I seen LeBron hug it up with Luka the other night. There's conversations that have to be had. Yo, do you want to win? If Brunson really feels the way AllBall is saying, then he ain't. I agree with what you saying, Flea, in terms of I don't want him as a leader if you ain't keeping it real in that locker room. You better be talking that shit in that locker room. Don't passively protest on a basketball court with your bum ass game. That's what you're right about, Flea. That's what you're absolutely 100% correct on. Brunson, if you coming out here wetting the bed on purpose, now everybody's protesting. Mitchell Robinson missing free throws on purpose. Cat's missing rebounds on purpose. Brunson's missing his game on purpose because everybody's protesting. That's pussy shit. That's some pussy shit.
That ain't championship stuff
at all. None of you guys are really confronting the problems. The problem is we don't play no fucking defense. I don't think nobody wants to play defense, and I don't think anybody can play defense. I've seen them try. They're getting their ass bust. That's what happens. You don't have the personnel. We don't. The team has to change in order to make a championship effort. These guys ain't got it. Philly ain't got to do that much. You ain't got to ask these motherfuckers to show up. You think you asking VJ Edgecoat, are you ready for the Garden tonight? He gonna look at you like, what? Bro, I went to school there. Pass me the ball. Tyrese Maxey tried to take the ball away from him at the end of the third quarter. Nah, bro. Wave them off. Rookie at the Garden. Nah, I got it. I don't care who's on me. Tyrese Maxey seen OG on him, taking the screen on Brunson. I'm not going to switch to Brunson. I'm going to bust OG's ass. Why the fuck is OG Anunoby on Brunson, on Tyrese Maxey? I'll tell you why. Because we got to depend on Bridges, or then it goes to Brunson or Cat, who's going to get toasted. I didn't see the effort. It was frustrating to watch this shit tonight, man, because I don't like caring more than you. That's like with your kids. I want them more than you. Once you want them more than them, whatever it is, I don't want them to go golf, you want to play football, you want to play basketball, and you sitting there cheering more than they playing hard, bro, just pick a new sport. Go pick up the flute, piano lesson, something. Do not stop that bullshit. That's not for them. It's the same thing. Bro, these players ain't it. They're not it. They're just not. I love OG. I love his potential, but you can't keep. I'm not waiting on your offense when Cat is already an All-NBA style offensive player scorer, and he has to turn up and get motivated to bust old ass Joel Embiid. It's frustrating. Mike Brown, he's better have a real conversation. I'm pretty sure he's gonna have a real conversation. Rick Brunson, I don't think Rick Brunson minces words. Hopefully we're gonna hear about some shit coming up. That's what I predict this week, especially if Detroit starts busting our ass. Because that's Philly, who's what, in 6th place? Detroit's in 1st place. Now that's a real test. All right, you got the Spurs. But let's see what happens to Detroit on Monday, Flea.
Fabian, OG, next 5 games. Detroit, the Clippers, who are the hottest team in the league right now, right? Phoenix, Portland, Sacramento, Golden State, and Phoenix again.
And people laughing at Phoenix. People laughing at Portland.
I laughed them out. I said they were going to be a lottery team this year.
No pushovers. Those are not guaranteed.
They're not a
wins.
bad team.
The only guaranteed win in that schedule you just said maybe Sacramento.
And they're playing tougher.
And they're playing better basketball as of late. Last
week. They don't cold out your man Zach LaVine again. Oh boy, this guy don't be better with what you on the bench.
A fact.
Atlanta said, "Yo, Trey, we." the calling card, hey Trey, we good, bro. Jalen Johnson's here. Sacramento, they're trying to figure it out. But see, we just try to be realistic. People think we over exaggerate. Dog, when the fuck has Cat and Jalen Brunson ever looked good together on the court? I'm talking about ever. So give me back-to-back plays. Any pick a game. They played 100.
But did you hit the end of that game? The end of the game tonight. Did you hear, Han? They had a pick and roll. End of the game between Jalen Brunson and Cat. Cat got an and one at the end of the game. Immediately after the and one, he said, "Man, it would be nice to see them go to that more often. It would be nice to see them go to that more often." And I immediately thought of my brothers. I was like, "Damn, we talk about that very often about how there's a lack of just synergy between those guys." And they said it on the broadcast. I was like.
But stay right there, Flea, because this is the problem that I had since the playoffs, since the Pistons. Cat, if you want it that bad, you have to let Brunson know. The same way you talk to the ref, he was starting to look animated, and I was like, "Oh, that's a very aggressive face." Do that to Brunson. That's our guy. We love him. Balk on his ass. Give me that ball, dog. Embiid, it has one kneecap. What are you doing? You don't have an advantage with Maxey. Edgecombe is kind of locking you up, dog. He's giving you problems the same way Homeboy did the other night or last night with Dyson Daniels. Bro, the scouting report is out there. Either way, we know you can score on them. You could. I'm about to bust Joel Embiid's ass. And he was kind of locking up Joel Embiid, smacking the ball out of his hands. Cat had it kind of going, but like I said before, Luka and Julius Randle never had to ask Jalen Brunson for no respect. They didn't ask for shit. You're going to give me the ball. I'm not even going to have to ask myself that. Am I going to get the ball today? That's how Cat acts like. Am I going to get the ball today? You can't act like that with Brunson. You got to snatch that shit from him. Smack the coach's fucking scoreboard. What do we call that shit? Smack that shit out of his hands. Give me the fucking ball. What are you talking about?
But that's what I've been alluding to. But that's what I've been alluding to all season. And I was the only one on that train. And I said, opinion, and Brunson don't like each other. It's nowhere in the world, you have a duo like that and there's literally no chemistry. Like you said, Cat is a guy that needs the ball. Brunson needs the ball. Brunson is the guard, and he's not getting Cat the ball. But let me pull a Flea on Flea. Let me ask Flea this. Because Flea always says this about Brunson. OG, Cat, Bridges. Can they get better? Because remember, you asked us this about Brunson, right?
Mm-hmm.
Has everybody reached their ceiling? Can anybody on the Knicks get better? Or have we seen the best from everybody?
Mm-hmm. OG and Bridges can absolutely go to other levels. I think OG could be a way more consistent player. We see the potential of who he could be. We've seen it already. He can go out there and go get you 20 to 25 a night. We've seen that. We saw it last year through a 10 to 12 game stretch. He's capable of it, right? Not from a consistent perspective. So it's like, that's why we're like, damn, what is OG doing out there? Bridges for sure. I've always had my thing about Bridges. I said he was the most consistent player in the beginning of the season this year, but the 18 points a night could be 18 to 20 more to 20, and we could feel it every night. Like, damn, Bridges was tough tonight, and he was out there getting stops all night long. Cat, for me, I don't think Cat can go to another level. I don't think we're gonna see any greater Cat than we've seen from what we've seen already.
Now stating I want
already.
But stating I want Fabian to please respond. It don't have to be a long response. If our second best player can't take it to another level, is that a problem if we're trying to contend for a championship?
Yeah, for sure.
Fabian, I would love to hear your response to both questions.
I want to answer a question with a question, but what is this next level for OG Anunoby in the next 3 months? And another thing I was frustrated with tonight was, how the hell isn't Diawara out there? I don't care what he scores. Bro, he's fast. Let him get 6 fouls on Maxey. See, OG can't do that. He cannot keep up with Maxey. Diawara's young and dumb. He has the capability, that speed, his max out speed right now is clearly faster than all these dudes on the Knicks. What is this max out we're looking for on the offensive end? What is he gonna do? This is what I want. What is he gonna do? He's gonna get a double crossover counter move, spin move today. He had a nice spin move today. What is he gonna do? What is the ceiling for him? Like Flea just said, I don't see him getting how much better. You can really see him scoring 2 points per game more better. Mikal Bridges, he's again regressed. He's not getting better. And we saw it in the finals when he was with Phoenix against the Bucks. When he was getting free throws, he was aggressive. They were winning. They were up, 3-2? Was it 2-0 in the finals?
Mm-hmm.
Then he stopped going to the free throw line. And it's still the same exact shit that he's doing now. Karl-Anthony Towns, we saw him last year. I don't know what's up with him. But even then, we were still talking about our defense. He has played better. We have seen him play better. I can't see him. No. I've seen Draymond Green call you out. And yeah, I know it's personal. Yeah, I know it may be not about basketball. Dog, he called you out on a personal fucking level. And you went out there and you should have fucking gave him 50. You should have gave Joel Embiid 50 tonight. You should have made it your business. He doesn't have that drive. Some people have it, some people don't. So you can't be the second best player on a team. If you can't find a way to do that, hell no, we can't win no chip. If the second, third, fourth best players on the team don't have that drive. Josh Hart has the drive. He just don't have the skills or the talent. But he plays his heart out. So yes, we're missing that, but we can't rely on Josh Hart to be the number 2. We rely on Josh Hart to be Josh Hart.
He's the glue. And maybe we are underselling, like, he's the glue. We missing him right now. The extra efforts, the attitude, the energy. What did I just say a little while ago, Fabian? We're not playing like we're having fun. We're not playing with any energy, no fervor, no sense of urgency. Whether we like Josh Hart or not, just in terms of the things that he does bonehead things sometimes, but you need that because all of it is just positive energy. It's not anything that's trying to go. Does he have dumb turnovers? Yes, we talk about that. But that's the glue right there that fits everything together. What did we just say? Things changed when Mike Brown put him in the starting lineup, right or wrong. When he finally said, all right, we're gonna put Josh in the starting lineup because the assistant coaches said, yo, I think we need to put Josh in the starting lineup. That's gonna be a better fit. And we just started running off wins and just started playing a different style of basketball. It may be extremely important that we get him back.
But AllBall, real quick, even with that being said, he had to get warmed up. That was like his little mini training camp in the season. Some people do that. It happens. That still wasn't championship level basketball. That's my problem. You ain't elevating us to no chip. It's not your and again, those are the players we love because you don't gotta ask him to do shit. He's gonna show up and be Josh Hart. We gotta ask Cat to be Cat. We gotta ask OG to be OG. You gotta ask Bridges to be. I gotta ask you, what the hell am I? How am I gonna motivate you to get to this next level? I cannot do that for you. I can't. There's nothing I can say. There's no film. That shit comes from inside. Either you want to be great or you don't. Either you want to fight on camera like we do or you don't. Bro, how the fuck we got more fire on camera than they do? Straight up. How?
That's and you're please, that's a great point with the Josh Hart, right? But for me, it's bigger than that. And yes, we miss Josh Hart a lot, right? But it's how we're losing these basketball games. They're not going down to the wire. We was down damn near 30 against Atlanta. Tonight, we just got our ass kicked. Right now, the San Antonio game, it was kind of a close game, and it went down to the wire. So I have no problem losing that. Like I said, San Antonio was legit.
We were up 20 in that game.
Right. Exactly. But I'm just saying, the way we lost in the way we lost to Philly, I'm going to say this. If we lose, what's that, Monday night against Detroit? And that's in Detroit. If we lose Monday night in Detroit, and then we lose in a certain fashion, the trade rumors are going to be out of control. Like, there's going to be some things that's going to happen. But depending on how we lose Monday night, names are going to be circulating. And it's not going to be shy no more about it. It's going to be out there. And a lot of guys need to be careful because I don't care what no one says. A deuce is not going to be a deuce nowhere else, like how the love and respect and everything is in New York. Same thing for everybody. So, I don't understand these guys, and both of y'all make great points. I don't see championship intensity. I don't see the aggressiveness. I don't see the care, the will. I don't see it. I just see giving up. And Fabian made a great point, Fleet. I 100% agree. Niggas is worrying about everything but basketball. That is a fact. And we are in big trouble. And it's sad that, we know who's going to get the blame. It's going to be Mike Brown. And I don't think these last couple games is his fault. We went back to hunting the three-point shot.
Yeah.
That spray, I watched Polik have a wide open layup and kick it out for a 3. We went back to hunting the three-point shot. We are not mixing it up. And then on top of that, guys are unhappy. This is a culture problem. A coach has to bring this thing together with him and his best player. But depending on what happens in Detroit, I'm looking forward to that game. I'll put my phone on D&D. I'm looking forward to that game to see how people are going to respond. The players are going to respond because it got to be some chirping, Fleet, around that locker room. Like, yo, some of you niggas might be going to where Pat Bev was at, Fleet?
In Djibouti. In Djibouti.
Some of you niggas might be. Yeah, I'm trying to make fun because I'm hey, Fabian, Fleet. But these niggas might be going to Djibouti. And we know where Djibouti is, Charlotte, Washington, Sacramento. Yeah, listen, I'm sorry. Monday is very important. Like I said, it's guys are looking to beat us down. The media is looking to make fun of us. But NBA fans are looking to make fun of us. We have to be very careful. And right now, we're going down a deep slope. Mike Brown needs to pull it together. I'm sorry. Like I said, I don't blame him, but he's the coach. Pull it together, bro, because you're coach, y'all. The coaches, any coach for the Knicks, be on the hot seat all season, no matter how good they're doing.
Sounds like to me, Mike Brown got to keep his eyes on the prize, baby Baba. This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. If you had Jalen Brunson going over 35 points today, you would. An idiot. If you had Tyrese Maxey going over 30 points today, you were a smart man. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. If you get your picks right, you could cash in. Join millions of users and sign up for America's #1 sports fantasy app. Download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize picks. It's good to be right. Oh, y'all were on to something. And I'll just, do my 1-2 thing before we go. They Mike Brown at the podium. But the thing about when the Knicks made the trade for Karl Anthony Towns, they did mention that they wanted to copy the Celtics style after the Celtics won the 2024 championship. And we keep complaining about free throws. So I looked some stuff up, and there's a list of the top 10 bottom free throw attempts, or the teams with the free throw attempts, and the top 10 teams with free throw attempts, and the bottom 10 teams with free throw attempts. And the thing that the correlation between them I found is the 3-point shooting. A lot of these teams in the top 10, they don't shoot too many threes. The only team that shoots over 40 attempts per game, 43-point attempts per game, that are in the top 10 free throw attempts, or the Portland Trailblazers. Obviously, be getting some calls that are insane, but the Magic, the Pistons, the Lakers have like the best field goal percentage, along with having the most free throws in the game. But you see it: the Magic, the Pistons, the Lakers, the Jazz, the Blazers, the Timberwolves, the Spurs, the Pelicans, the Sixers, and the Pacers. The Pacers are obviously a surprise here, but you see the Sixers, the Pelicans, young, but they get to the basket. Zion, big dude, Wemby, and those young kids. Minnesota, athletes. Portland, athletes. The Lakers, of course, Luka and LeBron and Reeves. The Pistons got some athletes, and of course the Magic, they put pressure on the basket. The Jazz on the low. That kid Walter Clayton be throwing it on dudes, by the way. And then you see here the bottom 10 worst free throw attempt teams. You got the Celtics at number 1. They shoot the most free throws and the most 3-pointers in the NBA. Then you got the Bucks, the Suns, the Wizards, the Hawks, the Raptors, the Knicks, the Warriors, the Kings, and the Cavs. And all these guys, look, none of them shoot below 36 3-point attempts aside from the Raptors. The Raptors don't really drive to the basket hard, and they don't really shoot too many threes. I don't know how they win in games. But this was all, when I looked it up, it just made me think, going back down, the 3 seasons before we got Cat under Tibbs, we finished second in the NBA in free throw attempts. We finished third in the NBA in free throw attempts in 2022-23. And the year before we got Karl Anthony Towns, we finished in 14th place in free throw attempts. The 2023-2024 season, we finished in 14th. Last year with Karl Anthony Towns, we finished 23rd in free throw attempts and 24th in free throw attempts. And of course, that was copying the Celtics. The Celtics finished first in three-point attempts when they won a championship, and they finished 26th in free throw attempts when they won a championship. So I say all that to say, this is what they wanted in the first place. They wanted to be like the Celtics. They want to chuck more threes and then have less free throw attempts. We're not a tough team. And I think all of that shit affects Jalen Brunson. Like, I don't think this is his style of team. The shit with remember, Luka is a free throw merchant, just like him. This whole fast pace, it's a good dream. It's a nice dream to have him moving off ball. But for me, Karl Anthony Towns don't play enough, like we talked about earlier. He doesn't play enough one-on-one. Is not demanding enough to play a one-on-one style alongside of Jalen Brunson. It's not typical. You know, the way Kobe Bryant broke down his Lakers versus the Golden State Warriors dynasty, how he said, yo, they play a democratic version of basketball. We played like a dynasty type. I'm a king, he's a king. We're going to dominate. That's just what it is, a two-man game. The Knicks, I don't know if Jalen Brunson is suited for this shit. I think Jalen Brunson is suited to play the Kobe Shaq Laker type old school basketball. And Cat wants to play Golden State Warrior style, but he's kind of stuck in the mud because you don't even dominate in that. So I don't want to shit on him too much, but either he has to move on from being the third or fourth best, the second best player on the team, because this is a direct relationship between him, the free throw attempts, and how the referees look at you. Why should I give you a call if you're not known for being physical? You're not a physical team. I'm not giving you no calls. Embiid was getting calls today that were ridiculous. That's all because he's Embiid and his teammates are still going to the basket. Yo, we in Philly, we got to call these calls. These guys are going to dunk on everybody. They're going to have to get fouled out. You can't stop these dudes. So there's something about it that even just as a human, you watching the game like, man, VJ Edgecombe he going to bust these dudes' ass tonight. So I think when Karl Anthony Towns did today, with how he played, that second win he called on Embiid, like, man, give me that fucking call. And he the same exact play drove to the basket and got the and one. If he doesn't do that, we're not changing the identity of this team. And with the stats there, all ball. I don't know what the Knicks were trying to do, but this team, they didn't plan it right. They didn't design it right, in my opinion.
Well, I mean that was a great was great what you just did. Love it. And you just broke it down beautifully. But the Jalen Brunson thing kind of, agree to a certain extent, and then to a certain extent I disagree. My thing is this, Brunson played alongside Luka. The difference with Luka and Cat is Luka is consistently playing good basketball at that time with Dallas. There were no inconsistencies, right? And then they had everybody else that did their job to a T, whether it was defense, whether it was rebounds, whether it was knocking down a big shot. Our guys are not consistently playing great basketball at a high level. OG, remember, we used to have these arguments when I was like, OG needs to average at least 17, 18, right? We brought you here to play great defense. Yeah, do you do it in spots? Do you do it sometimes? Yes. Do you do it all the time? No. A guy like Mikal Bridges, same thing. So, I just think that we don't put pressure on defenses, and that lets the ref go, give them calls for what? We turn into a jump shooting team. Then you watch a Philly fixes it up. You got guards that's getting in the lane. You got a big man that's going to get in the post, that's going to shoot the mid-range, that's going to pump fake, that's going to put pressure on the defense, and you're going to put pressure on the referees to make a call. We don't do that. The only person that really goes to the basket and tries to make something happen is Brunson. Everybody else is standing out, waiting to shoot a three-point shot. So some games we lucky to get to the free throw line when Cat is aggressive. But it's just we have kind of like mixture, a gumbo, or just much bad and not enough good. And my last point is, no matter how great anybody is, whether it's Kobe, Mike, LeBron, Kate, whoever, right, Curry, whoever, if the others don't play at a consistent level every game, you're not going to win. For guys, what they are paid to do, what we expect them to do great, they don't do it great enough. I think that's the problem.
What you thinking, Flea?
I mean, there's always turning points in the season, right? We go back to that Boston team that got to the finals or won, and Smart had to call him out during it was January, and he goes to the podium, and he finally, somebody finally speaks up and says, yo, in a nutshell, we playing like shit, and we need to change some things. And you saw from then on, they just went on a run. Obviously, they didn't close.
No, but stay right there. I'm sorry, Flea. Who was he calling out specifically that they saying can't really play together well?
Tatum and Brown.
You just read my mind so perfectly, because when you said that just now, like every team has a breaking point before they go to the championship, and then you brought up Marcus Smart. That's the first thing I thought of. Holy shit, Flea, you the Professor X shit.
Right, but who's got the balls to do that? And not saying that has to happen, but who has the balls to say
Josh Hart,
right? Who has the ball? Right, but is it him? Is it Brunson? Right? Is it Brunson coming out and taking accountability for some of the things he can control and holding everybody else accountable? Like, where do you hear that from? Because there's got to be a moment, right? As soon as some adversity hits, this is adversity. It's 3-game losing streak. We've been rolling. We've been on our high horse, right? A lot of good basketball has been played through the first 30 so games. But who's gonna say that? Who's gonna say that when now shit is rough, right? Who's gonna come out and really challenge us as a team? Not so much coming from the coach. We could talk about what he's responsible for, but if the team is as connected as we think, then somebody got to come out and say, we ain't who we think we are. We think we hot shit. We really ain't shit.
Or Fleet,
like you said,
or somebody has to have, I'm sorry, the cojones to say, hey, if two players don't get on the same page and get it together, we ain't gonna win jack shit.
Or that. So we got to be challenged at some point. And so, like I said, I agree with OG. I'm very interested to see how we respond in Detroit on the road.
It's because
very, very interested to see how we respond because, like you said, yeah, there may be rumblings amongst like talking heads and TV shit. But for me, I want to see like who has a sense of urgency, who feels like this is a point like where things could go left or we could readjust things. Right, a 3-game losing streak is cool. Teams go through it, happens. But now you get 4, 5, 6. Now you're getting into the range of like not knowing how to shut the water off. Like, you know, just things to be concerned about.
But Fabian, also, and in the fashion, in the way that we are losing, it's not like these games are going down to the wire. Like I said, we was down 26 in Atlanta. Tonight, we listen, we was down 17, 18. We might have been down 19 or maybe 20. Like, so it's for me, I just don't mind losing to a team in the West. Because if we get to the finals, we meet y'all there. But for us to be losing in this fashion to teams that we're potentially going to meet in the playoffs, we're allowing a young Detroit team to where people are just automatically saying they're the best team in the East. And we know, like, so for me, I just don't like it in the fashion that we're losing. And if we get blown out in Detroit,
I got to be honest too. Fabian, that breakdown a few minutes ago was beautiful. It puts real perspective on who the team is, what we've looked like over the last couple of years, what we've looked like under Whitcat, and what we got, what we look like, and how referees are looking at this thing too. Referees is human beings too. All these numbers that are compiled and things like that, you don't think they're paying attention and understand tendencies and understand what teams play a certain way and what teams play. We call it what we want. Like, refs are human. So they're watching this thing. They're seeing how this thing rolls. We've become a 3-point shooting team strictly because that's Mike Brown's style. Like, that's the style that he is promoting.
Because we wanted Cat. That was really my point.
It starts there, and so Tibbs doesn't fit that. But Mike Brown's style promotes that, is what I'm saying. Okay, it starts before he gets through the door. But when he walks through the door, he's coming from sitting next to Steve Kerr and playing in Sacramento, and coaching in Sacramento with that, with those type of shooters that he did have. I go back to what I said, early in the season. We have guys that can hit shots. We don't have shooters. We don't have knockdown shooters that you can't leave them open because they just gonna knock it down. We don't have that. We have guys that can hit shots, that can become better shooters. Josh Hart has become a better shooter. He's not a shooter. When we talk about Josh Hart 20 years from now, we are not going to attach shooter to his name. Neither are we to Mikal Bridges, to OG Anunoby, to Deuce McBride, maybe. Who knows? But we're not going to, just for the numbers' sake, but we're not going to attach this thing as they were just knockdown shooters. And we're trying to run an offense, just going back to Fabian saying, we're trying to run an offense that maybe the personnel isn't the way it needs to be. But, shit looks glaring when you lose 3 in a row and body language is bad and energy is bad. And, it looks how it looks. We can keep a cool head. Like, I'm the first one to say never get too high, never get too low. But I know what I'm looking at right now. Guys are not having fun. That's just a concern.
Incredibly so. Maybe Coach Mike Brown has some positive thoughts for us.
What he had to say.
Now our pace is not good. We're walking the ball up almost every time. At least 2 games, these last 2 games, our staples, our pace in the full court, in the front court. We want to space the floor correctly. We want to make quick decisions. We want to touch the paint, and we want the ball to get reversed. And we haven't seen a lot of any of that. It's a lot of front side actions that are happening, and if we don't have anything on the front side, it's almost like we're dead in the water. We don't know what's next. We can't get to the play after the play, and that's something that we have to figure out sooner than later.
The front side. What do you mean by front side? You know I'm kind of slow when it comes to this shit, Flea. And all ball. Y'all played ball.
I mean, what I interpreted from that was the screen, the pick and roll that we talk about all the time. That first screen that Brunson was screaming at Yabusele to send when he was late. They always run that the first play down, get him into a screen and roll and try to get some action to get him downhill and to get the big on him to take advantage of it. And once that doesn't work, we get away from everything. We stop moving the ball. We start standing around watching him. Nobody's moving. Nobody's cutting. And so, like he said, we get lost. Our pace is bad. We're not pushing the ball up no more. And so it's going back to some of the same stagnant offense that we was looking at with Tibbs, right? We can applaud Jalen Brunson all day long. Can't nobody guard him one-on-one. He's a tough cover. We know that already. He could go get however he wants it. But people are trying to make it tougher for him. Take tough shots. Be inefficient. Go get 30 on 30 shots. And that's what it's starting to seem like. He's not being as efficient as he was. And once that action doesn't work, we don't know what we're doing. And that's not the same team that we had the first 15 to 20 games. That's not how we were playing basketball.
Oh, boy, Mike Brown said we walking up the ball last 2 games. The pace and the space. Is that the issue? Do you agree with Mike Brown? What do you think about what he said?
One of the issues, remember, the against Atlanta, Brunson got a 8-second violation.
Yeah.
Didn't even get the ball. And we all watched the game. Brunson always walks the ball up, and he's playing it that every time he cross half, it's 16 seconds. So he's letting 8 seconds just run off the clock. But it's like you can get that ball up there in 3-4 seconds. So I 100% agree with that with Mike Brown. But what Mike Brown also needs to understand is the style of basketball he wants us to play. We don't have the personnel for that style of basketball. Like Flea said, we don't have shooters. We have guys that can get in the rhythm and that can shoot the ball if they get hot. But why aren't we every game playing? We can play a different style of basketball every game. Just look at the mismatches. There's going to be nights where Brunson's going to have the mismatch. There's going to be hella nights where Cat is going to have the mismatch. We playing to the mismatches. I just feel like we're playing the same style of basketball every night, no matter who we play. The days we were winning, we were mixing it up. We wasn't hunting a 3-point shot. But think about it. If Bridges got a little guy on him, he's rarely going into the post, right? Cat rarely goes into the post. G rarely goes in the post. So for me, I don't understand how we just forgot how to play basketball. Brunson and Cat draws enough attention to where, once they get double the triple team, now you kick the ball out for that spray 3 and the guy's wide open instead of the shot being contested or taking bad shots. And if the double or triple team don't come, okay, you got Cat, who's basically unstoppable, and we know Brunson is unstoppable one-on-one. So I just feel like, Mike Brown makes a great point, but we have some problems that we have to fix because we see the league is catching up. Listen, guys are not laying down. Ain't nobody tanking. Guys is really seeing what's going on, and they looking at the landscape. They see this thing is wide open, and guys are going, we going for it. So Mike Brown has to fix this thing, but I agree. Us just walking the ball up and taking our time. Look what Colin did tonight. In the quarter. He had the ball in his hands with 24 seconds. And he's dribbling and dribbling until he got 8 seconds. And then you get your shot blocked.
It's bad offense. It's bad offense.
And it happens too much. It happens too much. Brown, my opinion, he needs to have a meeting with Brunson and Cat. And you need to get in their ass and let's hash this shit out. Let's figure it out. Because if this ain't going to work, somebody got to go. Because I'm telling y'all now, we go anywhere short of the NBA Finals, the season is unsuccessful. It is a failure. I'm sorry. With everything that's going on in the East, no Tatum, and the players that Boston lost, Cleveland took listen, they ain't nowhere near what people think they are, right? Atlanta, no. Detroit, like you said, they ain't even the same team. We watched them take the super leap. Indiana took it back. Milwaukee's a mess. and we not gonna be in the finals? No. So I agree with Mike Brown, but he has to start taking some accountability. And I need to see him up at that podium going, hey, some of this is my fault. Got to get my guys ready night in and night out. Because some nights we don't look ready. From
And
the tip, we don't look ready.
we flamed JJ Redick, for him not calling out LeBron James, but eventually we saw it come to a head. Like he had to be honest at some point. Like it's not, forget about it's LeBron. It's an aging superstar, and it's like we're position to be in. And just every team has their own issues. Like if Embiid was doing too much, and the young guns are looking around, like he looks like he fits in. Like the way they were celebrating together. Anybody who has that college atmosphere, it's free flowing, and when you just play together, you dance on the court, you guys make just valid points because Mike Brown has been around. You've been around these players. You've been around Kobe already. You know what to expect. You've been around Draymond Green. People don't want to hear this, but that's part of the intensity that's present in practice, in the parking lot. The Detroit Pistons have that intensity. It's a natural intensity. That kid Isaiah Stewart. What's the kid that got into it with DiVincenzo last year? He was a rookie.
Look how they being coached. Do you see that coach, how he is on that sideline? Do you see him at the podium? Listen, the way they play is how that coach is coaching. Please, quick question. I need y'all to respond. Are y'all surprised that Mike Brown hasn't addressed the third quarters? How badly we come out in third quarters and how we just get beat down every third quarter, no matter whether we're up or down?
Yeah.
Surprised, probably. I don't know if I'm surprised because I think he's addressing the right things. Every time I hear him speak, he's talking about the right things, right? It doesn't feel like there's a sense of urgency. Now tonight, the tone sounds a little different, right? So maybe I'm not surprised. I think he's aware though, OG. If we watching it, I think he's aware, but I'm not surprised. I think he's saying the right things. He's holding the right things.
I'm surprised reporters, because we was in there, we asking. I'm surprised none of the reporters asked Mike Brown, like, hey, what's going on with y'all in these third quarters? Like, it's you going to have down 4, down 8, maybe up 2, down 6. In those third quarters, you just flat out give up. And now we're going in the fourth quarters being down 20, 12, 9, 15. I would love for him to respond to that. I need to know what's going on and why do we come out in the third quarters just basically flat.
Well, that's part of the thing that, Matt Barnes called out in the summertime saying, Mike Brown, he's not the guy for that. And part of our reservation for Mike Brown before the season started, we love him. We think he clearly knows basketball in the ins and outs. He knows way more basketball than me. But I think Flea is right. He's getting to the point, like I said, I know I mentioned JJ Redick already, but it's going to get to you. This is like JJ Redick don't even really have championship pressure. It's just the pressure about it being in LA. You have Luka, there's too much light on you. At some point, you're going to get these questions coming to you. You like the social media is going to be bananas. Your sons, your kids, your son's friends, they're going to come at you. Mike Brown is hearing these things already. Rick Brunson, I don't think he holds his tongue. And he has coaches that are going to come to him, and he does not sound the same as he did a week ago. All that OG Anunoby's all-star talk is dead. Been a couple of days he mentioned Jalen Brunson being an MVP. He ain't have no. Oh, don't do that whole fucking.
No, I'm laughing because we's up here going crazy with Kolek in these last couple games. They choke Kolek, man. Like,
done.
That nigga Flea. What?
You gonna take them shots? You take them shots, man.
It's a season.
If you take them shots, you better hit them.
Y'all, it's ups and downs. It's a season, y'all. 82 games.
But I do want to see it. It doesn't have to be public. It could just be. We'll see it. You're gonna see it. You're gonna see it. If you see all of a sudden they start coming out the second half, just clotheslining somebody. We just, I'm being silly, but I think it will show improve.
Can I ask y'all a question? If y'all like on an opposing team, whether you're a player or a coach, right? Is it easy to coach against the Knicks? Because what I'm starting to understand, like, there's no surprise. you know what you're gonna get from us, even from an officiating standpoint. It's like, yo, we know we ain't got to worry about so and so doing it. Like, so I'm asking y'all, if you was on the opposing team or you was the opposing coach, do you find it easy to coach against the Knicks?
I would say no. I would go right back to what your favorite coach, your all-time great coach, said 3 weeks ago. You can't kill us. Spo said it. You can't. You gotta murder us to lay down.
Yeah, but
Philly and Atlanta killed. You know, Michael Myers overkill. They killed us. Yo.
But it's so funny that happened right after Spo said that. But I'm just saying, for the larger sample size, we've been that type of team that he's talking about. The last 3 games, all right. But for the majority of this season, we've been a team that's just been resilient, that doesn't give up. So that's hard to coach against, is what I'm saying. I don't think that that's easy to coach, because you know the approach. Brunson is the head of the snake, right? You try to take him out like Atlanta did last night. They knew Cat wasn't playing. They knew that they didn't have a secondary guy that's going to score 25 to 30. So we're going to try to take him out the game. Yes, I'm sure that's the approach. But when our role players and the guys that we have on the team play at a high level, it's hard to coach against us, because Bridges went for 35 against Boston earlier this season, right? And we was like, where did that come from? And then, OG could go for a stretch where he put, like, they're capable of it, but the inconsistencies is what the concern is. So I don't think it's easy, because we are resilient. We just, like you just said, we've been shit the last 3 games, though.
Damn. Now y'all brought me back to, like, calming down. Hold on a second. When did we play well? Teams are reverting back to exposing us how they did last year. If Brunson's inbounding the ball, we go 94 feet. We want you to go dribble, take an 8-second violation, because that's what he was doing the last 3 years. He'll dribble up court, try to do that fake ass, but Marbury dribble coming up court, bro. You ain't fooling nobody. Your handle ain't like that. Give that ball up, man. The pace is lost because you're bringing the ball up. Somebody always has to switch at bringing the ball up. It's been that way. We always needed somebody else to bring the ball up, and there was a certain point that we didn't have nobody that could bring the ball up. We got a couple guys that could do that. He kind of doesn't. The Kolek Brunson lineup, he ain't in love with no more. I'm a little confused with his lineups. You ask a question, Flea, about who can call them out. It got to be Mike Brown. It's either Mike Brown or somebody on the assistant coaching staff got to call him out. Dog, you played 11 guys tonight. Now we got to start thinking about who's the core 8. That's how every playoff roster is made. Who's going to bring the ball up? What's the counter to that? Why are you not in love with the Kolek Brunson backcourt anymore? Why isn't Diawara getting more minutes? Straight up. I don't care what he's doing, just as a mercenary out there. The kid is playing too well. He's playing too comfortable. He's playing very confident. I don't want to lose that confidence from that kid. Don't do that. You saw how Yabusele had to work. Yabusele doesn't look uncomfortable anymore. I'm not saying he's good. I'm just saying he was looking lost at a certain point, and he's a grown man. Try to yam it on Embiid today. Like, he's starting to gain his confidence back. I don't want Diawara to lose that drive. And Kolek all of a sudden lost the drive. Do they need a vacate? I don't know what they need. But the guy that got to be called out, they got to do the calling out, has to be Mike Brown, Flea. And thanks for bringing me back to earth. Like, I forgot Spoelstra said that. That's how bad I was feeling today. I forgot Spoelstra said, you better not let them back up. We got to figure that out, old boy.
Well, I mean, my point is, I think I said this last season, the season before, when, I a point where I was like, we were playing good basketball by default because of the schedule, right? And now, we seeing when we start playing, the better teams, look at what's going on. We look great against subpar teams, but look how we looked against Minnesota. Now look at, with the San Antonio, even though we won the cup, the game was still went down to the wire, right? So it's like, listen, we about to go through a stretch. And I think we said this about OKC. We said this about every good team We go, okay, let's see what happens when you go through a 5 to 10 game stretch where you're playing the good teams, right? And we starting to, like Flea said, run into some adversity. And if we don't get it together quick, listen, man, this thing can get ugly very fast. Because like I said, some of these teams ain't going nowhere. Giannis is, like I said, he got a fire under him right now. Jalen Brown and them. Listen, they letting you know we ain't tanking. Detroit is trying to be the clear-cut best team in the East. So for me, we need to be very careful. And I agree, fellas. I think Monday night I may want to watch that game live. 'Cause I'm nervous about Monday. Yeah, because that right there will set us back. Whether y'all know me, I jump out the window, panic. But just imagine if we get blown up by Detroit, where everybody already have them above all of us, and Kay Cunningham now with just the jump in the league that he's made. It's going to get ugly if we get blown out or lose in a certain way to Detroit. I'm a little nervous, y'all.
Oh, funny you say that because Mike Brown sounds like he's responding directly to us.
Obviously, we didn't play our best basketball, but you got to give Philadelphia credit. They played a really good basketball game. I tell you, Maxey was early on. VJ was a handful for us, and then late. Maxey was a handful for us, and we tried to take the ball out of his hands. They did a great job of moving the basketball versus our blitz. And when we tried to get the ball out of his hands and somebody else made plays, they hit some big threes on the backside of it. And they got layups and or ducks out of it. And, that's what you have to do. If you try to take the ball out of somebody's hands, you're going to give up something. You're going to give up something else. And they made the right plays or made the right shots when we did take the ball out of his hands. So again, give them credit. But first time all year we've lost three in a row. So we're in an area that we're not used to. We've hit a little bit of adversity. I've never been part of a team that that has not gone through adversity throughout the course of the year, whether we won it at the end of the season or we were in the finals, or we had a halfway decent season. Every team's going to hit it. And now for us, it's about how do we respond? How do we come out of it? And this is a great opportunity for us to see what we're made of while we're going through this stretch.
There you have it, Mr. Mike Brown. We hit some adversity. We touched on that. I think you all nailed that already. We came to that conclusion. You guys brought me back to earth. Get some of these super chats. People paid. They paid to say something. The 77. Thank you for your 199.
199.
OG for Giannis. Let's stop wasting time. That was, you might be right, 77. No strays. Pay for the hate. I love it. Peace. And I love KNICKS Rehab. Glad to see Cat recover from his 24-hour bout with Porzingis. Now get the likes up if your team undefeated in 2026.
Good shit, no strays. I like that.
Myth, thank you for your $5. Like Shaq said, these players cannot blame the coach now. Obnoxious? How you say that, Flea? You better with obnoxious, maybe? Thank you for your $2.
Appreciate your $2.
Thank you for your $2. Niggas play like they got nothing to prove. It's over. Damn. Who is that in your logo? JaVale McGee?
That's probably him. He's probably a ball player.
Barry Foster, thank you for your $3. $3. Flea, my man's for real. They be loving Flea, man. I'm kind of hating on the low.
Barry Foster.
Sean, right now, thank you for your $5. Clutch Player of the Year, All-Star, Eastern Conference appearance, NBA Cup MVP. Come on, Flea. He's done too much for you to say that.
I asked who he was. He let me know. I like that. I like that.
77. Thank you again for your 199. Why they not bums when Coley run the offense? So Tonight's offense?
Yeah, we look like bums when he was out there too. Shit.
Sit his ass down with he should be sitting next to Flea at the stand. Ignatius, thank you for your $2. Knicks fell off after that damn cup. That effed it up. No strays. Thank you for your $4.99. Hope y'all enjoy 2025 because in 2026 the energy about to shift. Celtics on your bumper, and like all New Yorkers say when they about to jump you, don't run. Don't run. Don't run.
Nigga, I'm out. Fuck is you doing? Don't run my ass, nigga.
You ain't
I live to see another day. Shit, me.
Right.
IRD Gaff. I don't know what this acronym is for. In real, I don't even want to guess. Thank you for your $4.99 with a Pistons logo.
I really don't give a.
Oh, I'm so slow. Thank you for your $4.99. Not a Knicks fan at all, but I love the show you brothers put on, and my Pistons got work for Cat. Thanks for the hate.
We appreciate you, man.
And we always love hearing that because we love basketball in general, and we give it up to the Pistons. We've been giving up to the Pistons, so like AllBall said, we're nervous about Monday night, man. So we look forward to that. Hopefully, we're gonna be having a watch party. I highlighted this comment from Schofield though. Very interesting. AllBall would like this. Something is off ever since Jalen Brunson called out Cat.
Listen, I'm not going. This is not only about Cat. Everybody has to be held accountable. But it's difficult. Like I said, the only two, juggernauts that didn't have to get along, but they was just that dominant was Kobe and Shaq. No matter how much they may not have gotten along, listen, that's Kobe and Shaq, right? Brunson and Cat is not Kobe and Shaq. So let's get that straight. So at the end of the day, no matter, and that's a great point, but we got to hold everybody accountable. Mike Brown said something at the podium that, we kind of glossed over. Philadelphia, when them guys was getting blitzed, the other guys made plays and made shots. Well, guys didn't. That's just what the game is. You know what I'm saying? And we all know, if guys is not going to make shots, then you're not going to win the game. So we watch VJ. We watch, all those guys just make shots, 3-point shots after 3-point shots. We watch Joel Embiid in the clutch get the and one. So to me, that's just the difference. No matter what Cat and Brunson is going through, whether they're going through anything or not, if guys are not going to make shots and not going to step up to the plate, it's going to be a long season.
You think Cat feeling a certain way because Brunson called him out, Flea?
I mean, there's a lot of questions surrounding the Knicks right now after the 3-game losing streak, and that's what happens. That's what happens when you hit a little adversity, when things go awry after having a lot of early success. Now the real questions start coming. People start getting on their high horse. They start taking their victory lap. We just need to right this ship a little bit and just get back to having fun and playing basketball. All the teams that win championships as of late look like they have fun playing together. Draymond Green tried to snuff that shit out and say, all them guys is at the post game. Everybody, they got to get serious. They all go together because they enjoy playing with each other. Pause. Like they have a good time playing basketball with each other, and they rode that shit all the way to a championship. However they won, they went through 2 grueling 7-game series, and they was able to come out as champions. So you gotta like who you playing with. You gotta have fun playing together and being able, to go with the opponent as one. And we just don't look like we won right now at this moment, and that could easily change within the next week. Like I said, a couple of games that we played, a couple of games that we that I said, let's say we go on a 5-game winning streak against those teams that we got. Now things, are back on track, so it could easily happen.
But real quick, Fleet, just Fabian, I can respond a few seconds. Do think Cat feels some kind of way? I think anybody will because a lot of these guys are very sensitive nowadays. That's just what it is. I've seen Scottie Pippen say something I put in my IG story. I think that shit was one of the realest things I've heard somebody say where it was just like, yo, nowadays, you can't criticize nobody. And I think, what Brunson said, and if it was vice versa, I think you say anything about any of these guys, they're going to feel some type of way. And for some reason, these guys are not mentally tough. I'm sorry. When you watch guys walk to the fan and go get him out the game, that just shows how mentally weak you are. So just imagine, you thinking you this guy. Remember, Cat, I told y'all, my opinion, he the one that complained to Dolan. He's getting $60 million a year. So just think of where his mindset is at. He think he's that guy. When somebody try to tell you something, I do think he feels some kind of way. I don't think he's purposely on the court playing bad because of that. But is that in your mind while you're on the court? Yes, I think, like Flea said, guys don't look good together. They don't look like they having fun. They don't look like they like each other on the court. The body language and everything shows. So, yes, I do think Cat does feel some type of way that Brunson did that.
Especially with the way he responded. Hopefully we respond differently on Monday night, y'all.
Look, hold on. 1 point. I'm sorry. 1 point. Please say something. What the hell did Brunson do? Now, when it comes to that, Cat can say to himself, remember, some guys really have that mindset. Motherfucker, you ain't win no championship. You ain't do this. You ain't do that. Who are you to call me out on anything? I think a lot of these guys have that mindset. So, Flea, with that, I just want to say that, listen, it's when you lose,
it gets
a lot of things get magnified.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so,
sure.
yeah. Mike Brown got to bring this. Mike Brown, that coaching staff, they got to bottle this up and get this back in order, bro.
That's what Mike Brown's missing, Flea, and you're gonna hate this part. That's what Phil Jackson was great at. I'm gonna start some shit. Yo, I'm gonna just start some beef on the team. Yo, man, you heard? I heard Denise was. You remember what he told JR Ryder? Yo, you be on the corner on 23rd and wherever the fuck you'll be at. He just wants to talk some shit to you. And maybe Mike Brown needs to start some shit between Brunson and Cat. Like, yo, fuck it.
Or hold on, I know it's funny, but Phil Jackson got Mike to buy in real time. Listen, Mike Brown might have to in real time. Hey, Brunson, cut your guys. He told Mike in real time, cut your guys. Right? So, listen, Mike Brown might have to seriously, during the game, while those cameras is on, everybody watching and seeing, listen, cut your guys. Listen, Mike Brown, fix his problem, bro.
Yo, Flea hates our wrestling psychology when it comes to this shit. He be hating that shit, but it's true. He knows it's true.
All suckers.
We live.
Big Flea.
Oh man, the biggest show.
Hey, Kobe would have told all these niggas, I ain't passing these niggas shit.
I ain't think y'all niggas to rock. Bum ass niggas. This what y'all got me out here for? When he said Mitch, he told him to come check. He said, Mitch, this is what you got me back here for? Play with these niggas?
Nigga told Schmutz, don't even sit next to me, nigga.
I don't want
Imagine what Kobe would be telling Mitch and Cole at him right now. You niggas gonna sit over there with the fans. I'm be on this bitch by myself. Somebody call you niggas on the cell phone to sub you niggas in. Fuck up, you niggas can't even sit on the bench with me, nigga. Fuck, I don't tell me niggas. Come on, man, you kidding me? Or Kobe would have told Cat.
That's me. That's a fact.
That's all I'm saying.
I forgot the R&B logo got some legendary fucking tirades,
listen,
man.
Kobe would have had them niggas with walkie-talkies, bro. Y'all niggas sit on the other side with the fans. When you niggas get subbed in, call it. Come to the table, get the game. You niggas can't sit nowhere near me. Kobe to been on the bitch by himself like this. Look. Niggas get away from me, man.
Oh, man. Love B, man. That's a fact, though.
Listen, He's the definition of R&B basketball. I'm just saying. Listen, niggas to go to R&B basketball, bro. I'm sorry.
Hold on. So I know I'm biggest Brunson stan. So how are you feeling? How are you feeling if the leader, the captain, yeah, you ain't got the cachet. Okay, Cat, cool. But how are you feeling that he's being too Derek Jeter-like? Where's the Mamba? Are you disappointed in that? Is it time for that, AllBall?
It's hard for somebody else to be the Mamba. Like we have to be very careful with that. 5-time champion, considerably 1, 2, 3, but I think when you're the leader of a team, in the city, and the players and the people anointed you that, I think Brunson does have a right to call his guys out, but he has to hold himself accountable as well. You can't call people out because we know that saying, you point, but you got the 3 fingers pointing back at you. So he had the cachet, right? But he has to hold himself accountable. So yeah, I think he has to maybe have a little bit of both. You have to have a little Derek Jeter, but you also have to have that Mamba mentality because it's New York. If it's anywhere else, but yeah, Jalen Brunson, he has to have that because this cool, calm, smooth, like I don't care about shit. Everything is cool and nah, bro. It's New York City, dog. Strike one, nigga. You ain't never have a strike over here. Strike one, nigga.
Fleabee.
I'm scared that.
I'm scared that.
Just write this shit. Just write this shit.
You say strike one. Get it together.
Yeah, just get it together. I don't. It's not panic mode yet. 3-game losing streak. We need to get some things right, but get it together. That's all I got. Just get it together.
Is it possible after Detroit, Brunson could be on strike 2?
Depending on how he looks. Don't let it be game 2. I mean, game 3. What was that? Game 2 of the series last year against Detroit. We came up here and was tore Fabian head off because of how Brunson played for 48 minutes. Don't let it be that. I don't want that.
Please. First time on KNICKS Rehab. Is Brunson not untouchable?
Yo, get us out of here, man.
See, on Monday night. That shit about to get crazy.
KNICKS Rehab, y'all.
Enjoy y'all Sunday. We might jump on for some reactions. There's some shit going down. It's Sunday though.
What time is the game Monday? I'll tell you right now, I go live on that bitch.
7 o'clock.
So my brothers, it's up to y'all. We can do live or we can wait after. It's up to y'all, but I'm ready to watch that in real time. I'm just being honest with you.
I'm down for that.
Especially if it could be all 3 of us up there, because it was just me and Fleet last time, even though Super Producer was in the back, put us out like crazy. But chat, we'll let y'all know. Maybe tomorrow, we'll let y'all know. We may be going live for the game in real time.
I'll be there.
I'm nervous. Pull up that first.
Likewise. Could have been anywhere else. Appreciate it. Have a good evening. It's very late. Hasta mañana. AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
Deja un like, comentario.
Y suscribe.